Hi guys, I hope that you're very well. It's Sylvana here, and today we will be chatting about crystals and the four elements in astrology. I am so excited to dive into today's topic. So let's get started, shall we? So I just want to do like a little quick introduction about who I am in case you've never seen me before and you're wondering. Hello, my name is Sylvana and I am a jeweler. I am the founder of Jewels and Gems, which is a jewelry brand focused on 9 to 5 silver and healing crystals. I am also an astrologer, a tarot reader, and a spiritual business mentor. So first, I want to do a quick introduction about the four elements, just to contextualize everything. And I thought, what better way than talking about embodiment? Such a powerful way to start. So first of all, you will notice that the elements have been present in both Eastern and Western traditions of magic and spirituality. For example, through Hermeticism, Western occultism, Chinese medicine, paganism, Tantra, just to name a few, and also tarot and astrology. And in my eyes, working with Mother Nature as a guiding force is all about helping us to embody these elements and the messages these elements have to teach us. And they can be found in the physical, but also in the astral realm, as each culture has different interpretations of what they entail, involving the universe, deities, goddesses, the chakra system, the elementals, and so on. So first of all, I want to touch a little bit on the history side of the four elements. So the power of the four elements can be seen implicitly in the pantheons of the earliest civilizations in deities of sea and moon, sun and flame, earth and wind. This association of deities with the four elements was actually formalized in the 5th century BCE in the writings of the Greek philosopher Empedocles. And according to him, the four elements represent the building blocks of form and the transformative actions of force. And he literally brought it to the people as a complete system of its own. He thought that the four elements were not only the building blocks of the universe, but also spiritual essences. He equated the sources of the elements to deities, giving divine origins to them. On the other side, which I think is quite interesting to point out, is that Plato, another well-known ancient Greek philosopher, postulated actually a different view on the four elements, suggesting that the elements were instead changeable as manifested qualities of the primary matter of the universe, which I thought was very interesting. Now, if we also go back now to what Empedocles said, something that I really like about his association is that he broke down the concept of the elements as manifestation of divine power. How? Basically by breaking it down in the way that follows. Air and fire seen as masculine elements, stemming from Jupiter and Pluto, aka Zeus and Hades. And on the other side, we have earth and water, which stemming from both Hera, Juno, aka Juno in astrology, and Persephone, or also known as Proserpina. And what's very interesting is that in mythology, Zeus is wed to Hera, the opposite element, symbolizing that union, that marriage between the heavens, represented by Zeus, aka Jupiter, and the earth, which is Hera, aka Juno. And then on the other side, we have Hades, or Pluto, which is wed to Persephone, Proserpina, and this also union of opposite elements symbolizes very much so that marriage of transformation. So now if we were to dive deeper into the association with elements, I think it's very interesting to look at astrology because it gives us a lot of building blocks related to the qualities of each element. So as regards to fire, the qualities in astrology would be warm and dry. It's considered a masculine element, active, going upwards, symbolized by the zodiac signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Then we have earth, which is in astrology dry and cool. It's a feminine element that is passive, going downwards, with Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Then we have air, which is considered moist and warm. It's a masculine element that is active, going upwards. And air is represented in the zodiac by Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And last but not least, we have water, which is cool and moist. It's a feminine element that is passive, going downwards. In the zodiac, the water element is represented by Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Now, I really want to go a little bit deeper into each and every element because this is going to be a wonderful way to figure out what is each element all about and how you can work with each of them, but also why should you work with any of them, because they all have their own magic. They all hold a completely different energy, and especially if you work with crystals, you're going to see very quickly how everything makes a lot of sense, and it can really massively boost your crystal healing work. So let's first get started with fire. Fire is an analytical masculine element associated with the word logos in Greek, and most obvious as the sun in the sky. It always causes transformation and contains the power to create or destroy. The axiom associated with fire is to will, reflecting its creative, dynamic, and energetic qualities. Fire is all about courage, freedom, and to be free, we must be brave. This is what fire is all about, and also be willing to use our creativity and drive to succeed. So fire is our will, it's our passion. If controlled, the positive aspects of it can be creative, constructive, which really is great to help us develop and do great things. But if we let fire get out of our control, we can then become obsessive, violent, reckless, angry, and so on. So why working with fire would be beneficial for you, for example? Working with this element would be great to enable you to concentrate on your drives and direction, for example. I think it's a wonderful element to work with to enhance fiery qualities such as courage, creativity, focus, motivation, as it would all help you stay fixed on your path and using the drive, the power, the freedom of fire to fuel your will, as this can only keep you motivated. So if we look at the elemental associations, we'll see that in terms of colors, fire is associated with red, gold, and orange. With plants, it's going to be buttercup, chili, tobacco, saffron, to name a few. With scents, it's going to be cinnamon, ginger, juniper, frankincense. The direction of fire is south, the season is summer, the time is noon, the days are Sunday, of course, ruling planet the sun, and Tuesday, as Tuesday is ruled by Mars. And the chakra associated with fire is solar plexus, because the solar plexus is that inner sunshine, that ray of sunshine that you hold deep inside, that sense of authenticity, is that idea of shining bright like a flame. And crystals and minerals associated with fire, of course, the number one is going to be ruby, but then we also have carnelian, fire opal, garnet, hematite, heliotrope, magnetite, pyrite, red jasper, spinel, sunstone, tiger's eye, amber, obsidian, lava stone. And the metal is going to be gold and iron. Now let's discuss air. So air is an analytical masculine element, also associated with the word, or logos in Greek. With knowledge comes the ability to learn and improve skills. Air is really about clarity, perceiving clearly, analyzing facts, exercising discernment. And air is also inspiration. And it's a very interesting word because it literally means to breathe in, inspire. And air embodies joy, happiness, lightness of spirit. It's that sense of joy that you feel when you're having a good day. And why would working with air benefit you? Well, it enables you to concentrate on your mental being and your mental well-being. And it really is great to enhance your mind and its capabilities from the intellect, clarity, memory, to really embrace and embody inspiration, knowledge, and logic. So we've just covered some of the keywords. Just to continue with the elemental associations, colors would be yellow, white, and light blue. Then with the plants we have eucalyptus, vervain, dill, and scents lavender, sage, and copal. The direction of air is the east. The season is spring. The time is dawn. The days associated with air are Wednesday, because Wednesday is ruled by Mercury, the ruling planet of air, the planet of the mind. And then we have Thursday, because Thursday is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is another ruling planet of air. And then we have the chakras, which are earth, the heart, and the throat. The throat, because obviously the throat is about communication, self-expression, it's the breath, it's air. So that's where the connection is. And for the heart, I think the heart, I look at it as the heart is the chakra that's right in the middle of the chakra system. So it really has that double polarity between the receiving feminine and the giving masculine side. So it has that movement and that flow of the two. So that's how I like to describe it, very similar to air, you know. And then what we have here is crystals and minerals. So obviously one of the main ones is topaz. We also have banded agate, amethyst, azurite, citrine, quartz, labradorite, lapis lazuli, mica, sodalite, turquoise, opal, fluorite, apophyllite, iolite, alexandrite, and kyanite. And metals would be tin and mercury. Next, let's discuss earth. So earth is really all about, it's a feminine energy. It's a feminine element associated with matter, which in Greek is hule. It's all about endurance, patience, tolerance, and steadfastness. Really all about sensuality and the sense of touch when we talk about earth. The axiom of earth is to be silent, which means enduring stillness of earth, which can be felt when standing alone on a mountain or in a field, and which is reflected in the inner silence of meditation and contemplation. Earth actually teaches us that through dedication, patience, and toil, everything is achievable, really. And earth is nature, earth is nurture, and all that we do that impacts the people around us, but as well as our environment that we live in. And as the giver of form, earth really equals manifestation. It's the practicality of this element that really emphasizes the importance of being grounded. And why would you work with earth? Well, I see it as a wonderful element to work with to help you develop both the physical and the emotional, social sides of who you are and your being. What do I mean by the physical? I mean endurance, practicality, strength. And the emotional or social side would be obviously patience, tolerance, selflessness, humility, pragmatism. These can all help you not waste energy and actually benefit. It will help you benefit from emotional interactions. Now let's discuss the last element, which is water. And water is the final element. It's a feminine element associated also with matter. Let's just go straight to the point with water. Life began in the waters. It's as simple as that. Water is vital in life. And like fire, it can be both nurturing and destructive. And the axiom connected to water is to dare. And you're like, what? I know it's a strange one, but hear me out on this one. It's the idea of to dare, we must do it if we are to control our emotions and not let them run away with us like a tidal wave. Basically, we must dare to push the boundaries of our learning and our experience, which is a very important step in life, and water embodies that so deeply. It's all about serenity, like a still lake, but also sexual energy and love, like a changeable sea with heavy waves. Dreams is also connected to water, because dreams are seen as messages from the subconscious mind, rising to the service of our conscious brain. And water is actually very unique because it can be solid, like ice, liquid, but also gaseous, like vapor or steam. And this ability to change state really reflects water's quality of transformation and adaptability, I feel. And why would working with water be beneficial for you, for example? Well, it enables you to harmonize your emotional being. Water can enhance positive emotional states, such as compassion, serenity, nurturing, but it can also transform negative states of being, such as deceit, jealousy, spite, or treachery. So, to put it simply, water helps to focus on subtle senses, empathy, psychic abilities, but also dream work. And then just to go through the elemental associations, we have the colors, which is blue, silver, and aqua. Then we have plants, which are anise, seed, lily, and witch hazel. The scents would be obviously cypress, jasmine, ylang ylang. In terms of direction, it's the west. Season is autumn, time is dusk, days are Monday, which is all about the moon, obviously ruling planet of water, and Thursday, which is Jupiter. It also rules, it's also a day connected with the element of water. And the chakra is sacral. Now, I know this one doesn't always land for everybody, because sacral chakra is orange and water is connected with the color blue. But hear me out on this one. Your sacral chakra is your emotional body. So obviously what's going to happen is your emotional body is stored in that center. It's especially for us women, it's our center of creation, and water is deeply connected to femininity. And you can see really that beautiful association here. But also, in terms of crystals and minerals, we have the main one being sapphire, but we also have aquamarine, beryl, chalcedony, gypsum, moonstone, of course, selenite, quartz, abalone, coral, pearl, kunzite, chrysoprase, and blue lace agate, which I'm actually wearing today. And in terms of metal, it's going to be mainly silver. Now, to conclude, you'll be wondering like, wow, that's wonderful. I learned a lot today, but what do I do with this now? So basically, how can you apply this knowledge into your daily life? Here is my little hint for you. look at your soul's blueprint, aka your natal charts. Why? Because if you study your natal chart, you can start, for example, with your big three: sun, moon, rising. You can start to find out what are the energies that are the most prominent in your chart, in yourself, in your personality, and understand where is it that you might need a little bit more support, and reach out for the crystals associated with this or that element to help you balance it out. An even better way would be to look at your chart as a whole and going through the different planets, seeing in which sign they fall, and finding out if there is any particular element that is missing in your chart. For example, if you happen to have a chart that does not have many fire placements, what I mean not many, I mean for example 0 to 1, maybe 2 even, and not above that, well, for example, that means you have a fire deficit. So that means that for you it would be very beneficial to do some work around the fire element and focus your crystal practice around this particular element. Another way would be to incorporate rituals. So on top of that, really applying rituals through your crystal work to embody those elements even more and really bring your crystal practice to another level. For example, grounding practices for earth, meditation and visualization for air, making moon water for water element, or even candle magic for fire. See how you can find something that matches the element you wish to work with. Number 3, very important point, is your intuition. You have to follow your gut feeling and trust, because we store all the answers deep within ourselves. If you're wondering which element to start working with, just close your eyes, take a deep breath, and for a moment think about which element which one do you visualize the most easily right now, or which one calls you the most at this moment in time. And I can guarantee you that this will be the one that will suit you the most at this moment in time. And again, you can always mix and match or swap. At some point you want to work with air, maybe later on you want to work with water. It's all, you know, ideally we should have a balance between them all. And last but not least, remember, it's all about intention. And this is a little key that I want to leave you here, because for a lot of people that are overwhelmed by crystal healing and don't know really where to start, this is just a little tool for you. I put here some examples, but there's many more, absolutely. For example, if you wish to like work with boosting your courage, work with fire. If it's love, then work with water. If it's luck you want more of, work with air. If it's self-confidence you want more of, work with earth, etc., etc. And you're going to see that combining all this knowledge together, working with your natal chart, but also working with your crystals in an intuitive way, it's going to bring your overall practice, I hope, to a next level. I just wanted to reflect on one quote that I love, which is as above, so below, as within, so without. This is a wonderful way for me to finish this talk, because I believe this axiom really sums up the whole principle of healing and magic. And it states that our actions are both influenced by the universe and also influence the universe. And this formula is an allegory for the interconnectedness of all things. And I truly believe that by us doing all this work internally, it will really have a wonderful impact on our external world. I am convinced deeply. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's talk. My name is Sylvana. It was my absolute pleasure, and I will be talking to you very soon. Bye guys.